So I was doing the Badlands Battle Zone, and I looked at my DOF missions. I was like, why do I have 26 missions going? I only have enough for 23. And I'm like, must be sick bays. And I realized that I have 4 people in sick bay for the next 2.5 hours. Who knows how long they've already been in there. And it's a diplomat, an assault squad officer, and 2 anti-matter specialists. And it was a very rare assignment, and they're all like blue and purple DOFs, which is like, what the fuck happened?
Oh my God.
What?
I do too.
You have the exact same.
No, I've got 4 people in sickbay, an emergency engineering hologram.
Oh shit! Come on.
Two emergency engineering holograms.
Whatever. What is this? Oh God. What blew up in my ship? Been here in a while. Morning. Unless Aaron has said that already. Maybe he hasn't. I don't know. It is like almost 11 o'clock, and my session is. I had to park blocks away. Hopefully Google will remember where it's at. That's what I'm gonna need. Because I had to block multiple blocks away. And I have to. At least I'm walking uphill this time, not downhill. It's the park blocks in Portland. It's like 9th and Park, 8th and Park, something like that. There's like a whole line of 2 little streets that just have park, whatever. I'm actually near PSU. He changed it to 11 o'clock at PSU's field, which there's a farmer's market going on down here, so that's why it's incredibly busy. I mean, I actually came down this little road here thinking maybe I could scam some park. I mean, this is where it took me because the field's not more than 2 blocks from here, but all the yuppies need to come buy some organic crap and with their Ugg boots and shit. I'm just gonna have the greasiest fucking pizza after this. Oh, the chime bell's going off. That's great. I'll take a left here or right. I don't need to go near that dumbass farmer's market. Whatever. I'm recording now because I'm recording now. Saw an accident on the way down. It was right after coming out of the tunnel. It gets really backed up because people are like jutting in and stuff. And there was this cascade of brakes. And the person that jutted over, because it's double white line, you're not supposed to pass between the beginning of the tunnel or solely before the tunnel all the way through to where it splits off into 405 and downtown. But if you're a longtime viewer or you've driven down that area, you know that people shoot down that middle lane and then get over at the last second. That's what causes the backups in the left and the right lane. But someone did that. They shot over, and there was the of braking that happens, and someone ran into the bumper. The person getting over ran into the bumper of the other person, and I'm zooming down the middle lane because I was coming downtown. I'm almost to the field, so I'll show you guys what Peter W. Scott Community Field is. But as I was going to say, green jersey, black pants. I wish it was green pants, but whatever. Plus practicing. I mean, this is literally the practice field of Portland State University. It's as close as I'm ever going to get to playing for this fucking team. Especially with the old Portland State University jersey that I have, number 20, and kind of dark green black almost. There'll be a lot of soccer folks here.
Hey folks, it's just after 11. I've been doing some Star Trek stuff, kind of dicking around would be putzing around. Futzing around would be more appropriate, politically correct appropriate. Anyway, TJ's off at his lesson thing. It's probably just started. Big stuff that's happening. Paris. It's across the world. It's 8 time zones away. 9 time zones away, I think. It's a long way. It's hard for me to be personally impacted by it. And I feel bad for not feeling worse about it, I guess. But that's kind of how I've been reacting every time something horrible's happened. I don't even know. And the bad stuff just keeps happening. And I want it to stop. I do. I don't know what I can do to stop it. I rather strongly feel that, as far as the terrorism stuff goes at least, we as the West could definitely be doing more to make ourselves less hated. But then again, there's a whole lot of hate. And there's a lot of disrespect and fear. And fear-mongers and warmongers out there. I think that means it's not going to happen, that we're going to make ourselves less hated. Which means we're going to keep having this kind of stuff happen.
I momentarily pondered going to Starbucks. The farm. I need water. I can't think right now. The farmer's market is going. And everything smells so damn good that some people decide to take up the entire damn sidewalk. Because they're too busy looking down at their feet because they're walking uphill. It's like, whoa there, Sims. Like, watch where you're going. Yeah, I need water that badly. I momentarily considered drinking out of that. But at least I'm going downhill. Where the fuck did I park? I need to talk to Google. Hi.
Hi.
We're at Mod. I'm going to show these guys. And you can still see my face.
Whoa.
See? Split capture.
Whoa. It's so fancy. Ours doesn't do that.
I know. That's why it's great to do on the phone. It takes a whole bunch of memory. Could you like shorten a little bit?
Just a little.
Yeah. That's why I like doing it on the phones. It takes a lot of memory because it's basically recording twice and it heats up the phone. But it hasn't yet.
Just don't put it in the freezer this time.
It wasn't the freezer. I
was
put
the
I put the other camera in there because it was like August and everything in the apartment was hot. But the first time we used the video recording on split capture is when we walked across the new bridge. So that everybody could watch as we went forward but still watch my face.
We went backwards, forward. Yes.
Yeah.
The thing I like about the split capture is you can rotate the split and adjust it.
Yeah. I can't do it while it's
Yeah,
happening.
you can.
No, I can zoom.
Yeah, you can zoom.
But I can only zoom on you. I can't zoom on me because the front one doesn't. I gotta see it. Whatever. Yeah, about a minute and a half is all this phone can handle with taking split capture. Probably should have jogged in place first to get your heart rate up a little bit.
Yeah, I only want to tell. Had to show me up.
Stretching my hamstrings. Yeah. It's actually a pretty decent way too. Damn it. The defense chat's going crazy right now. Make sure that I have my chest up and hiding numbers, but still staying seated and low. Making sure the legs are you can tell they are just not having me right now. I'm actually just trying to balance on the balls of my feet. And you can tell they are just, because you've seen me before on on Mondays,
Yeah.
and I'm just like still on the whole 15-pounder. I'm not doing anything. Okay, that's it. I'm done. The Applebee's. That is not the Beavers game up there. That is. That's a highlight game up there. The Beavers is over that way, and some of their games over that way. Two California teams are playing, but it's Oregon State and Washington State that they're playing. So, I had a Long Island. So, Aaron's probably driving home because Long Island's take a while to hit me.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. It's easy to get home from here. I can even take in the way that it takes mostly rights.
Couldn't hear you.
I get to take you the route that takes mostly rights. Because I map well. Which is another proof we had earlier. Aaron had a highly detailed map of Faerun, actually. He goes water deep, and I'm like, oh, if you go over that way and down a little bit, you'll find the grandfather, the great-grandfather, the great tree of the world, and whatever, and it shows grandfather tree. And I'm like, there it is. Because me and mapping. I haven't seen that map in 8 years. 6. We did game night while we were at about 2 years in, and that's when the... Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I was joking with Willie and Ralph this morning that I'm probably going to be one of the better DBs just by default because there's going to be so many injuries. But anyways, yeah. Morning. It just feels like it's been a hot minute. Why did I say that? The only person I've ever heard say that is Peter. And he hasn't made many videos recently. Or if he has, I haven't actually checked the channel. I thought I put him on permanent notifications so I'd get an actual notification on my phone when he... I don't know. I have to check that. No, I'm not sick. It's allergies. Something in this apartment, though. We were at the gym and I was fine. We were pretty much everywhere else. My nose, like, unplugs. I go to the hot tub. I come in the apartment and it plugs up. Literally, I walked out of bed. I hopped up out of bed when my phone said 7:16, and I've been awake for like half an hour because I've been trying to figure out if my stomach is actually hungry, if it's making it up, or if that sound is real. And yeah, I'm entirely hungry, despite the fact that I had a pizza yesterday, my normal breakfast, a protein shake, and let's see, what did I have at Applebee's? Oh, I had to have something different because they ran out of enchiladas. See, we had mozzarella sticks to start with, and then I had the BLT, and then we had cheesecake afterwards, and I had a Long Island iced tea. And I woke up this morning, and it's like 6 hours later, because we didn't go to bed till like, 7 hours later. I feel like I haven't eaten all, in the last 12 hours. So I'm going to get coffee started. I'm going to have yogurt and toast and probably, I need to stretch in the morning. So I thought there was a grandma in front of us, but it's actually a learner, according to that, that guy from Vine, the British guy. What's the worst thing about being stuck behind a learner? Being stuck behind two of the fucking pricks. And it's like the person pulled forward and then you still have an entire car before the stop line of the red light.
They creep forward just a little bit.
And I'm like, wow, honey. I couldn't even see who it was. It could have been a teenager. I don't know. But yeah, so we're off to Fred Meyer. See, there's a grandma. I saw it.
Sorry, you were looking at the camera.
No, I was looking at the grandma, actually.
Regardless, you weren't looking ahead.
No, but I can see out of the corner of my eye, and that's why he doesn't. Anyways, so how did you do this morning?
Slept in, which felt great. And then I goofed around on Star Trek. I finally finished my new Kara set. Yeah.
Because you maxed it out, right?
Yeah, it's been maxed for a while.
Do you use that Tetrion lattice thing?
I don't know. I didn't have it before.
No. The one that, the tier 5 ability. Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's on a 4 or 5 minute cooldown, so I can't use it that much. But whenever it's relevant, I use it. If I'm next to more than one target, or it's a big target that has lots of shields.
Alright.
It does something to shields.
Does it? I don't know. I just know that I use it when I'm really close to my gravity wells.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you should really use if you're getting a good idea from your weird bubble console.
Yeah.
But that's why I was like, oh, he may not use the Tetrion lattice thing or the refracting Tetrion cascade I think is what it's called. Because he's so overusing the console when there's nothing near him.
I try to use it when there's stuff near me.
Okay.
But I also forget to slow down.
Ah.
And I don't have great depth perception in game. So, like, things will be coming towards me, and I won't notice that the numbers are getting bigger faster than they should be. So I just keep going, and they're behind me before I notice.
Okay.
But yeah, when I'm next to a group of things, I like popping both of those.
Okay. I'll just have to do some more stuff with me. That way there's a gravity well somewhere nearby. You can go hug the gravity well and then hit emergency. Whatever that damn kinetic...
Everything.
I was going to say, whatever that massive kinetic resist thing is that I never use. Brace for impact.
Do you have that?
Yeah, everybody has it.
Oh, I thought it was an engineering thing.
No. Brace for impact, ramming speed, evasive maneuvers. Those are all just... I have a character and leveled it abilities.
Oh.
Remember there was 4 space and 4 of those? Just like you have 4 ground and...
Yeah.
Anyways, we're at Freddy's now. Finally, an electric car is parked in the electric car spot. Not someone trying to drop off a bunch of cans. Ugh. One of the sample ladies had Keurig, so we got some Keurig. Aaron actually tried, what the hell is it called?
Brown sugar crumble donut.
Whatever.
And it tastes burned.
Probably because it was made with dark roast.
Yeah.
No, that tastes like donut coffee. Not Donut House coffee. Donut House coffee has a little bit of something else to it. Almost like it's like somewhat blended with icing. I mean, I kind of understand why people like Dunkin' Donuts. I've tasted it before. It does taste a little different, but it's certainly not worth like, oh, I must have it.
Yeah.
Sort of like I wouldn't be too terribly, fawning over Tim Hortons. Where are the fucking candles? Could you push the cart? Because your hand, we're going this way. I'm like, you can put that cup down. It's not got anything in it. First time he's pushed the cart in a while. Looking for candles that smell. Oh, there they are. Oh, here they are. Fruit smoothie. What? It's proof in the vlog, see? I'm already worried. I can somewhat smell this damn thing.
Yeah.
Oh. That's just grape.
Yep.
We don't need that in the apartment. We're thinking something different than what we had last time, which was... It was like, we had a caramel... We had the caramel one.
Yeah.
This is cinnamon... No, not cinnamon buns. No, definitely not. Yeah, we had like a caramel pecan or... I mean, I know what we had. I know exactly what we had.
Oh.
I've seen it here again, but it's usually in that center aisle.
I thought it was like creme brulee.
It is creme brulee, which is caramel. It's burned caramel.
I know.
Okay. That exotic woods doesn't smell right. Sensual sandalwood. Yeah, see, there's a vanilla cinnamon brulee. Lilac, sweet pea, vanilla spice. Fall festival, balsam fir. Oh, way up here. Forgot he's 6'5", so he looks at the top shelf. Oh, that smells like Play-Doh. What?
Yes, it does. How is that kitchen comforts?
I don't like it because it's also triple color, so it smells differently. So it smells different later. No, I don't like this brand to begin with. That smells like Play-Doh also.
Yeah.
I don't like this brand. I can't imagine what black cherry is going to smell like.
Probably Play-Doh.
Red Play-Doh. It's going to smell like red Play-Doh. Is there more candles? Is that more candles down there? No, that's something else. Carolina Oh, that's Spice Market. Fresh baked apples. Yeah, that's why I smelled this exotic woods one, but I don't want the lemon and evergreen. If we're gonna think it's gonna be balsam fir. Where'd that one go? Yeah. I don't want orange and evergreen. That was wrong. Yeah, this one kind of smells like soap, but like good soap.
Yeah, I could deal with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Maybe it is the orange evergreen I was thinking of. Nope. All I smell on that one is orange. What do you think of this exotic woods one?
It smells like just like perfume.
Yeah, some of these are. We may need to come back. We don't use the candle much, so we may need to come back next week. Our noses are probably like beyond all belief done.
I mean, we could get a small one. How do you feel about apple cinnamon?
Nah. Did you want to try the small sandalwood?
I could deal with that.
Yeah.
It's not super sweet. Could work.
Give me my coffee. See you guys in whatever we're doing next. So we're home. Our pizza is in the fridge. What time are we gonna cook that?
6 or 7.
And we wound up having a coupon with cheesy bread that made the pizza half price, which is great because we got bonus toppings. So we wound up paying less. I paid $9.75, which a large pepperoni in and of itself is 13?
11, I think.
11, and we got pineapple and black olive on it, and cheesy bread, which, I bumped my calories. I did that Wednesday. I bumped my calories back up to no loss of weight. It's getting winter. Like, I woke up this morning because I was hungry. I'm just saying, like I said, I changed this Wednesday, but I woke up this morning, like, at 6 a.m., go like, and I was like, oh God, why am I so hungry? I just have to pee. So I got up and I peed and I came back down and it was like, and then like about 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I've only been asleep for 6 hours. I should probably sleep a little bit more, but anyways. So apparently today's been being like an upsetting day in the NFL, because I think I already brought this up that the Packers lost to the Lions of all teams, and the Broncos are in the process of being shut out by the Chiefs, which is going to embolden... Just the fact that they kept them to the third quarter with no points is going to embolden the Chiefs. And I'm not necessarily sure if they can even win at this point, but and the Patriots are getting a run for their money with the Giants. One of those really hard-fought games. It's going to be like a 2-point difference or whatnot at the end. And I'm not sure how Seattle's going, but we have like bird ball going on because it's Cardinals versus Seahawks. But that's happening later tonight. And the Panthers are still undefeated, but they went against the Titans. No offense, but Mariota. As much as I love the Titans and the Titans and the Panthers, and they have that like Carolina coloring going on, Carolina blue coloring, I'm like, you know what? I got entirely too many people around here that like the Ducks and like worship Mariota, even though he is really good. I mean, you don't win a Heisman and not be, like a douche.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like some people have fled the Ducks because they lost 2 games this year and we're like, well, they don't have Mariota, so the whole season's going to suck. And it's like, this is just how this goes. And I'm like, I don't even care if the Patriots lose today. Well, I do. I don't want them to lose. But at least it's against the Giants. And they didn't lose against the Lions or whatever. It's just crazy. So the Patriots game isn't over yet, and we'll probably talk about that later tonight. What is this? This is the Defiant one.
This is the stats of the Defiant bundle.
Yeah. I already covered that one on Trek Tuesday. The only thing I have left to cover is anything that gets posted this weekend, plus the trait and that like wonderful 3-piece out of the Sunrise set.
Oh,
yeah.
Can I do that again yet?
Yeah, you can do it every Thursday. You get your weekly reward.
Cool. I will do that.
Yeah.
Now, actually. Unless you want to go through it again.
I will. I mean, I could. Probably be a little bit harder with you. Because I'm like, ooh, Tholians, pew, pew, pew. Oh, you're dead. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, you're dead. It's like not even hard.
Okay, then I'll do it.
No, I'll do it. That way it'll be harder because there'll be 2 people there. And the game scales a little bit harder, so... Yeah. Anyways, we'll go do that. Well, it's halftime of the Seahawks game, and jeez! That just...
Yeah, just filled the board with 2-2 whelps.
Anyways, I just got done cooking the pizza. Once Upon a Time is 2 hours tonight, so probably gonna have a lot of talking about that tomorrow morning. Seahawks game is at halftime, so that's why I can record. I've only had like Holy Nova or something right now.
Right? Well, I do, kind of. I have Flame Strike, but I also have Corin Dire Brew. Brawl has one target always win, and it's the only minion left on the board, and Corin always wins Brawl.
Oh.
And gives you a Brawl when you play him, so...
Okay. What?
He destroyed a legendary minion.
Oh. Anyways, so Seahawks not doing so well. In fact, the refs seem to be a little odd, and I will say that the whole last little bit with the refs was like screwy beyond all belief. Because they're like, who's calling? And then the refs are like, let's go for a snap. And they're like, the play's still under review. But the Patriots got, like, they showed the kick by Gostkowski all the way up until the very last field goal. And he kicked that thing through, and it, like, sailed. And, you know, if the sides of the screen or the upright, the ball was like, and it goes through right here. And I'm like, whoa. I mean, the camera was a little bit weird because you know how anyways. They try to center it as best as possible, but you don't really have depth perception with a tiny little ball like that because I have to keep the camera pretty far back.
Yeah.
Did you do it? Or did you flame strike?
No, brawl.
Brawl? Oh.
He had 2 minions out with more than 4 health.
Oh, all right. That's that. We're probably going to talk about, like I said, Once Upon a Time. It's at 7:35, and the Seahawks Cardinals are going to come back from halftime here, and I'm going to be like, oh, a little bit of third quarter. Look, my reminder's on for Once Upon a Time, because it matters more. I'm going to pour me a glass of milk and hit some of this. Pizza. Ow. Hamstrings still haven't recovered from yesterday. Tried to lean backwards, almost fell. Some of that pizza. I honestly don't understand how people have lived without Take and Bake. It's one of those things they're like, I'm like, how have you never had Take and Bake? And they're like, how have you never had Dunkin' Donuts? And I'm like, because it's just not here. I mean, I understand your thing, but I also understand that. And they're going over all the plays right now. The thing is like I like Seattle losing because I like filling water bottles with their tears of the fans. It breathes me life. It's sort of like it wasn't Wrath. It was Cataclysm. We got Time Warp.
Yeah.
It was it's just like drinking up the shaman tears because they had heroism. We were like, yay, heroism. And then like Mages got Time Warp and it was like, what? Anyways, I will chat with you guys tomorrow morning. Morning. Ooh, sprinkly. So, yeah, the fob seems to be becoming more and more entwined with my keys. And I can only think that it's like, but I'm a car key. I'm supposed to be with the rest of the keys. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Not how this works.
That's not how this works. That's why you've been separate from everything. You're not quite a car key, even though there is a car key inside you. I don't know. Anyways, don't need to switch over to the intro this morning because that's already happened. Way back on Saturday morning. So yeah, 2 hours Once Upon a Time. Qualified. This is technically 2 episodes, not one giant 2-hour episode.
Which is good.
Is good. Because we had a whole Emma thing, and I mean, I figured she was trying to snuff out the darkness the entire time.
Yeah.
I did not expect that she was going to be snuffing out double darkness.
Yeah.
So did she just like kill Merlin? That's the thing. I'm like, there's just that lingering question.
I think he's...
But it looked like she used dark magic.
So he was bound to the blade, and that's why there was dark coming out of him.
Because she was binding the blade to Killian.
Right.
And using dark magic. So she bound Merlin's magic to him, but turned it dark.
No.
No.
Magic that bound him to the blade was dark magic.
Ah.
So she was pulling it out of Merlin and putting it into Killian.
And again, where did Merlin go? So
Yeah.
he may be gone. I don't think so. That seems like, for Merlin, that seems a quick death.
Yeah.
But
He's not going to die quick.
I love the fact that I'm sitting there when, that's in this, hang on. But now we effectively have Hook as a villain because he's like angry that now he's a Dark One and he's been hunting the Dark One and
Yeah.
he's going to have all that going on. And then Dark One powers.
But does he?
Probably. He just didn't know it. I mean, it's sort of like what Emma's been going through. And much like Rumpelstiltskin went through, they don't know what they have right away, just like with mutants. Like,
True.
It's sort of like Rogue, every time, like, for the first part, she just kind of kept sapping the life out of everyone. Because she was just going full bore, sort of like your hormones in teenager. That's the idea, is your hormones in teenager just going out of control, and thus your mutant powers going out of control. In fact, a lot of mutants, depending on their powers, have hurt or killed someone with their power, because it just turns on and runs out of control. Yeah. I think Iceman literally froze someone to death or something like that. He kind of, or whatever, and it just like freaked him out. Or something really went weird that he wasn't able to recreate again for a long time. But most mutants have some sort of power. I mean, in D&D it's called power creep. Like Gambit doesn't just charge things, kinetic energy. He can literally become energy in and of himself.
Oh.
Yeah, if you actually go through the Marvel wiki and you go through at least the popular X-Men, you'll realize that they're actually way more powerful than you think. Because one, they've had to do the power creep to keep people interested. But, anyways, back to Once Upon a Time. And so we got the whole thing done and we introduced, and I understand the whole second episode. Because they needed to provide backstory because Merida is going to be ridiculously pissed off at...
Yeah.
Or we need to understand, at least with a dramatic irony, why Merida is so pissed off at Arthur.
Yeah.
And why she suddenly went from like, oh, I need to save the kingdom to, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. And you're like, I kind of get that she's a strong female like that, but really... And that and that second hour, you're just like, oh, now I understand. I get it. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Respect. And then, the entire second episode was basically Merida backstory because she wasn't necessarily in either realm. I mean, she was in both realms. It's just that she wasn't on camera too terribly much to explain much of her story.
Yeah.
So they had to do this.
I totally expected that once she was done the first time, she was just done.
Yeah.
What?
Better lighting right here.
Oh.
No, I was going to say, dead there. It's actually really good lighting. Look at that.
Yeah.
Anyways, but just Ruby, the fact that you're like, you girl.
You are.
Right there near the end. And yeah, the camera's getting choppy. I get it, but it still records just fine.
What is it? You are American Express. Everywhere you want to be.
Okay. I was like, you gotta remember, I don't pay attention to much. Anyways.
Those are old ads.
I know they're old, but I just don't cash credit card companies in my mind. I can't even think of a Visa commercial right now. I just don't. And it was just like right near the end, Mulan's like, oh, well, I lost. So, blah, blah, blah. She didn't speak up in enough time, and she lost someone that she had feelings for, and we all like, yeah, we know. We know it's Aurora. We know you had the hots for your chickie friend. And, Ruby, she's like, no, I mean, I'm not so sure if I'm qualified for dating advice. I mean, my one and only boyfriend I kind of ate.
Yeah, no, you're not qualified.
You are disqualified. It was not anything in the passive voice. Mulan spoke very...
Yeah, directly.
You are disqualified. But... I'm like, you did kind of eat Peter, didn't you? I hope Ruby comes back. I mean, she's just one of those characters. You're like, you are completely complacent with just all types of gore.
Kind of goes with the territory, though.
Well, yes. But there's and I like her being the kind of female werewolf that's okay with gore. She's sort of like, sorry,
yeah, whatever.
Ate a boyfriend. Like,
she's very much not just in touch with who she is, but she's totally accepted it.
Yeah. She was just feeling lonely is why she left with the bee and back to the kingdom. I honestly think what they were hinting at in the diner was actually that there are no other lesbians in.
Yeah.
They need to absolutely state it, but it's like Ruby left. There's no one of her kind. Even though I'm like Granny, even though that's sort of like living with your parents.
Yeah.
But there's no other werewolves, so she thought, oh, I'll go back there. Didn't find any other werewolves. Now she finds Mulan. It's X-Men, gay culture, any subjugated, and I get it, but they need to actually state it.
Yeah,
they need to show them holding. They need to show them holding hands, and they probably will.
Yeah.
But there we go.
Coming in fast.
Nah, it's probably a single train. Nope. All right. Whoa. I thought you went over this way.